I love Bethlehem. I really do. I love living here. I don't think I've lived anywhere else where people are so proud to be from where they're from. In working with this community, people love this city. They love the businesses and the institutions that are here. And it's really just a really diverse, vibrant community of people who want to see this city be the best that it can be.
I think it's kind of like, of course, you know, you live here. If you're able to give back, whether that's in time, talent, or treasure, you give back. And if you are in need, hopefully there's somebody that's able to give for you to receive. I think that Touchstone does happen to find like-minded people in that sense, where giving and contributing to the community is an important part of their work. One of the programs that I teach is called Building Bridges, and it's for high school students that are not successful in the quote-unquote normal classrooms and are we're brought in to work with the kids to help build communication, to help build self-confidence, to help build teamwork skills. And every single residency I've done, I've been doing it for over 20 years, every residency has been transformative. There's things that theater can do beyond the stage, and that's an example of one. It's also an example of how to build community, right? You're building a better community because you're giving young people skills to be themselves, to speak up with confidence, and to put good into the world.
With our business here, we realized we really had an opportunity to train people, to employ them, to get people paid, to increase job skills, and then transition them out so that they could continue being successful on their own in the community, earning their own income, giving back in taxes, as opposed to just having a small group of people that were consistently working here.
It's a great support system, I would say. It's like your second family, really, where you can get help as to where to live independently, especially independently, because they help you with housing and just getting out there in civilization, really.
So Cafe La Lodge, one of my core tenets of community programs is I feel like, to be a community-based program, we can't just be located in the community, we have to be present in the community, we have to be active in the community. So anytime we get an opportunity that comes through, say through Lehigh University, or through Touchstone or Monocacy Farm Project.
So Monocacy Farm Project was started 11 years ago, and we're on land here that the School Sisters of St. Francis have been on since the 40s. And 11 years ago, it was their foresight and initiative to transform this land that they had been holding on to and protecting, and to share it with the community and to try to make it of use to the community.
To be a community builder means that no matter who you're dealing with, you're willing to see the strengths and the skills that they bring to your mission. Everyone has a role to play, and when you recognize that everyone has something to give or something to contribute to whatever it is that you're working towards, that's what it means to build communities, to always just bring people in.
There's a sense that when you're a community builder, you're part of something, and I think being part of something is really important to the human condition.
Just being known as a restaurant where supports mental health brings a lot of people in, because they know about that in the back of their head. They're like, wow, this money goes somewhere, and it brings artwork. It's just beautiful.
One of my favorite stories is one evening we were just about ready to close up, and a couple came by to harvest some carrots, and they did, and they were beautiful, and they walked out with 2 or 3 substantial bunches, and they handed us a $50 bill, and I said, well, how much change would you like, because it's a donation, and their response was, no, keep it for somebody else who needs. And they were, grateful for, what we do. They supported our mission, and they were concerned for their fellow residents in the Lehigh Valley. I just thought that was awesome.
The population here that historically has had, extremely limited access to food, right? Or, has experienced food scarcity and food struggles with food resources. So by partnering with a place like Monocacy Farm Project, we can expose people to what it looks like for the produce operation. So what it looks like to actually be connected to the earth and the ground, and to understand that you're part of this natural cycle, to have a little bit more of a healthy understanding about food.
We could not do what we do alone. We need other organizations, we need individuals, we need small businesses, we need everybody working together to look at the areas of need in the Lehigh Valley and how we can address them.
A lot of our work is about partnerships. I think it's pretty hard to do theater and not collaborate. So it's in our nature as theater artists to collaborate. And I think an authentic collaboration comes from true partnership and an understanding of what the project is, or what the need is that you see in the community, and then looking to find other organizations that might help support that need.
Had this whole community outreach event where people were able to have active discussion about what the mural was going to look like. She had initially proposed something that was completely different than what we have on the wall. But we talked a lot about community representation, and we talked about mental health and positivity, and she took all that feedback and turned it into what our mural is now. And through the entire process, she was coming into our building and she was engaging with our mental health participants, she was engaging with our cafe staff, talking a lot about mental health, talking about her personal experiences, having been a refugee and what art meant to her, and really had just connected at the core with our community.
It's so important for us to see ourselves in relation with creation and with one another. So I think my passion is for us to take care of one another and to take care of creation.
Progress happens and you will move through it, perhaps slowly, perhaps you won't see the end, but you will move through it, and other people are also doing the good work, and you can't let it go. You gotta keep moving.